Hello everyone and welcome into the channel. My name is Brent and in today's video we're going to do the 1 month into the $1,000 investment challenge, and despite all the noise out there, our portfolio grew this past week 1.04%. So that is the power of staying consistent even when the headlines are being chaotic. In this video, we're going to go ahead and break down where we're at, what's driving the market, and how you can keep your momentum going. This week, we're going to cover Grow Your Wealth to $1,000 Challenge Week 4 by tracking our progress, smart spending, and staying committed. So if you guys are brand new here to the channel, definitely go down below. Give this video a big old thumbs up, would really appreciate it. Subscribe if you'd like. We're trying to hit that 6,000 subscriber goal. And let's go ahead and get into the Week 4 progress update. So in our previous week, we were on week 3. We had invested $25. We were sitting at a total balance investment of $100.91. Our new balance after the deposit this week is $125. Our investment total is sitting at $127.29. By investing and depositing $25 this week, we were able to buy at 0.046 shares. Our new total moved from 0.18847 to now 0.23486. So we are almost there to earning a half of a fraction, a quarter of a percent of a share of VU. And VU here tracks the S&P 500. Here we can see our total shares now are 0.23486. The total market price of VU at this moment is $542. Our total unrealized gain is $2.29. And you can see all that took place this past week. We made our deposit on the 26th, invested it on Tuesday, and we bought it at $2.38. So we can see here that difference there of nearly $4 between when we purchased it and where it is now. Now we are up for the week 1.04% for the weekly, or 1.79% total in the portfolio. Now, some of the reasons this past week for the portfolio to have been positive, like your portfolio hopefully is positive out there as well. I know my main portfolios are very positive over this past week. The Fed continues to signal that there's not going to be a pause. That means that they're not looking at the market as being very dovish. Also, the EU tariffs, there was a little bit of a slap out there that President Trump would enact some tariffs on the EU, but that actually ended up being postponed. And we did see that pop here this week of nearly 2% on that news. There's a lot of optimism still out there between the US and China trade deals, going through, and AI and tech continues to rebound, making it back to nearly back at some of those highs recently, right? So challenge is about staying consistent, being mindful of everything. We're investing $25 on a weekly basis, and slowly and surely, right, we will reach that $1,000 investment goal. We can see here our net contributions are now $125. Our total gains is $2.29. I did mention in our last update that we should see an ex-dividend coming up soon. We're about to be reaching June. So the ex-dividend date will be on June 25th, 2025. You can see that VU is a quarterly paying dividend. It goes ex-dividend every quarter. You can see that it went ex-dividend probably back in March 25th, 2025, or around that time period. There's going to be 3 more ex-dividends here in 2025. Essentially, what the ex-dividend date is on that date when you have and own the shares, like say you own 100 shares of VU, on that ex-dividend date, they're going to pay you out a percentage of earnings from, well, in this case, it's the ETF, the exchange traded fund, and they're going to have a specific set dividend based on the number of shares that you own that they're going to pay to you based on the earnings of the company held within that ETF. And that goes on. Some companies have ex-dividends, some companies don't pay out a dividend. I generally like to own companies that pay out some sort of dividend where it doesn't have to be the highest, as long as the ETF or investment is making some sort of net positive return, right? So we can see here that it'll go ex-dividend on 6/25. So depending on however many shares I own, I'll be paid out a certain amount of dividend by the 27th. So on 27th June, we should see our very first dividend hit our portfolio, and we'll cover that here on the channel. Let me know throughout your time, how many dividends have you potentially earned or not earned by just not having invested? This is something that I really sell on my son to get him started and get his money invested versus keeping it in cash, because the more money you have invested, the more money you have working for you, the more it's offering in not only net growth returns, but also when it goes through those X dividend dates, whether it's on a monthly, weekly, bi-monthly cycle, right? Every quarter, right? There's different types of companies out there in ETFs and stuff that do these different types of X dividend dates, but there's so many options out there available, and they're all for different types of individuals, whether you don't mind getting paid out on a quarterly basis, or maybe you're looking for that income on a month-to-month basis. So there's a lot of options out there. Now, progress towards our goal. So we have officially reached the week 4. So we are now 1 month into the investment challenge. Our base investment sitting at $125, and our total account value is at $127.31. And we're going to be making our way down. By week 40, we should roughly have, $1,000 having been deposited into the account. At that point, it'll be really interesting to see how far away are we from our initial base value versus where our account value will be at. I think that'll be an interesting thing. Subscribe for, to get all that. Talking about some budget wins of the week. Now, I'm going through and kind of planning out a 10-day family trip. This is something that, is kind of hush-hush between the family. My wife and I know, but we're trying to surprise our kids here. So I am trying to come up with a itinerary that is budget friendly without going out there buying a list of things to do where we're going to be traveling to. So what I've done here is I've asked ChatGPT, say, hey, create me a list of the best 50 to 100 must-see locations to explore, travel, visit. Provide me with distances from this specific location, where our home, our house is going to be located at. Give me the distance to these destinations in miles by car, and give me price estimates. And then once it's spit out, 100 or so different locations, I said, prompt if you need to, but act as a professional travel planner as a group for 5 individuals, with 2 of them being 5, and give me an itinerary where the first day and the last day will primarily be for travel. And then next to these locations, go ahead and plan for dining areas to eat at or visit for food or whatever activities. And boom, we had this huge list of day-by-day itinerary that was supplied to me. And then I asked for it in a PDF format, so that way I could take it and go to Office Depot, go to the printer, and just have myself a copy printed out for $5.25. And that way I can just slip it into my bag. I have all the addresses, the distances. I can just, while I'm there, I can pop it into my phone and we can head there, and everything is kind of listed off. I have additional locations as well. So if we want to change up our itinerary a little bit, I can go ahead and pop in that new address. So it is able to be adjusted a bit, but between the activities for the morning, afternoon, and night, but it is super useful for just having those distances, the price estimates, all of that provided completely for free, weeks now before our actual travel day. So I think that is a pretty good win there for the budget stuff, right? Other ways that we were able to save or cut back this week is delaying impulse purchases, setting the 40-hour rule. There's a lot of that that's been kind of going on, whether we really need to get it or not. We did sell a few unused, items and reinvest those earnings by depositing back into that account. So our kids are, again, 5 and 10, so they're out of that initial early on phase. So here we had a bunch of items that we had just kind of sitting around the house, not being used by anyone for quite a while, sitting in the garage or sitting in my office here in the corner, just kind of collecting dust. I was like, hey, do we really need these items? So we're continuing to list and sell out items. This is a little BMW baby racer that we had shipped over from Germany when our kids were young. We were over there, brought it back with us. We also sold a baby gate that we no longer needed because all of our kids are grown to the point now where they're able to handle themselves going up and down the stairs, holding onto those rails and such. Some motivational check-ins for this past week. Times that we dined out with 0. This past week, we've been pretty consistent with staying and cooking at home, whether we're doing things actively during the day. We did 0 coffee runs this past week. Shopping trips. I did take 2 shopping trips on Sunday. And I went out to Costco and Trader Joe's. We were planning on doing a Monday trip to the lake. So we went out to the lake on Monday, spent some time together, and we were able to see a couple snakes while out traveling and exploring at the lake. My YouTube channel is continuing to grow here on my Brent Investing on the Go. Recently, as of 2023, 2024, I had stopped making content. My channel had become unmonetized, and recently, as of March, I've been picking it back up slow and steady and bringing up our watch hours from very minimal. Like I was getting 400 or so watch hours this past year going into January, February. And it's been picking up over these past 2 or 3 months now. We're now at 1,800 watch hours out of 3,000. So that is a good motivational check-in for that. We're getting really close to getting, we've passed that halfway point to our now $3,000 hour watch time needed for monetize our channel. Other things we're continuously checking in, staying focusing on the long-term growth, not that specific dollar amount. Celebrate the habit of staying invested, staying consistent, not the size of the investment itself. Watching how your money works, even if in small amounts, it is going to compound over time. And we're able to witness this on a week by week basis just by checking in here on the channel. Definitely go down below, subscribe, right? This is the start of the long-term wealth journey. This video and check-ins are mostly for those who are not yet investing, who are wanting to invest, who are wanting to, watch somebody else get started with a minimal account of $25 on a weekly basis. So yeah, this is the start of the long-term wealth journey. If you guys would like to join and start the challenge as well, check out that pinned comment. There will be a link there also in the description section, or you can go ahead and scan that QR code. Are you looking to get started in the challenge? You guys can, or if you have already started your investment challenge yourself, you can go ahead and drop what's your week 4 total goal. You guys can either message me here on YouTube, Instagram. I get messages often. Message me here or just drop it down below. Your challenge for this past week. See if you can earn or save an additional $25. This past week, right, we were able to sell $40 worth of items that we had around the house that we did not need. So your challenge for this next week is, are you able to earn or save an additional $25? Whether it is, saving and investing $25 into your investment challenge, selling items around the house that you no longer need, or just investing a little bit more, right? If you'd like to be featured in next week's video, go ahead and drop a comment down below letting me know if you guys are investing yourself. Definitely like and subscribe if you guys are continuing and joining in on the journey. And again, I do like to thank you guys for popping in here, saying hello, hanging out to the very end. If you guys would like to drop a comment down below, say stay till the very end, I would really appreciate it. Also, give this video a big ol' thumbs up and subscribe for additional content. And that is going to be it for the week 4. It's in the books. It's already seeing results of showing up week after week. And again, if you haven't joined the challenge yet, now is the time. Drop your week 4 balance or wins in the comments. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow for next week's update. We're just getting started in this challenge and it's going to grow. So that is it from me. Thank you all for tuning in. I will catch you guys next time. Bye-bye.